Ngayon, nandiyan na sa linya ng ating telepono si Mr. Layton Pike, Minister Counsellor for Development Cooperation ng Australian Embassy. Good afternoon, Mr. Pike.
Good afternoon.
Yes, can you tell us about the aid that Australia has given to the Philippines for the Yolanda victims?
Yes, I'm more than happy to run you through that, but can I begin by just expressing the words of our Ambassador, Mr. Bill Twaddell, where he said that nothing can replace the lives of the people who are lost, but we hope that Australia's contribution will go some way to helping people rebuild their lives. Australia's response to the disaster has been prompt and it has been generous. The day after the typhoon, we immediately released prepositioned supplies through the Philippines and the UNFPA, and I'm pleased to say those supplies are being delivered on the ground. That was quickly scaled up to 10 million Australian dollars announced by the Foreign Minister Julie Bishop, and yesterday $20 million announced by the Prime Minister Tony Abbott. That takes our assistance to a total of 1.2 billion peso. These funds are being used to address serious nutrition, child health and protection needs, as well as purchase emergency foods and provide logistical support and non-food items. I can run you through the further details of this assistance, which includes $530 million for the United Nations flash appeal that was launched this Tuesday, $530 million also in peso to be provided through Australian non-government organisations and their partners on the ground for immediate life-saving assistance, 82 million peso for the urgent deployment of an Australian medical team, 41 million peso for non-food items. This includes things like tarpaulins, sleeping mats, mosquito nets, water containers and health and hygiene kits, and 41 million peso to be provided by the Australian Federal Police to provide disaster management specialists. And just finally, I should also say that the Queensland Government, a state of Australia, has separately provided 41 million peso in emergency aid.
Mr.
Thank
Pike,
you.
how long are your people staying here to help out, especially your medical team?
Thank you for that question. Initially they're here for 2 weeks, but we'll work closely to see whether they need to stay for longer. And obviously that medical team comprises a very large deployment, OSMAT we call it, has a surgical capability, and they've set up a field hospital which will triage outpatients for approximately 100 to 200 per day. They can conduct a range of treatments, including for limb fractures and wounds, and also surgical management. Thank you.
Are they just staying in one area, or will they be moving to other areas ravaged by the storm as well?
What we have sent here is a field hospital, so it's a comprehensive large hospital that has been set up in Tacloban. So at the moment they're staying in that one centre, but we will continue to monitor the need and continue to work with the partner government on where other needs may be.
Mr. Pike, this is Kathy San Gabriel. In behalf of my country, I thank your team for helping our country get through this tragedy. Where will the teams be deployed aside from Tacloban? Will you be sending other teams as well in other areas such as Samar and the Eastern Visayas region?
Thank you for that question, Kathy. As I said in the last answer, we look closely to where the greatest need is, and we work with the government of the Philippines and through our partner agencies to determine that. So currently, the medical team is located in Tacloban, where we've set up the field hospital, but the aid to which I've outlined will benefit a whole range of areas, and that's because we're working with different partners who are able to access different areas. For example, Australian NGOs can access some provinces, while the local NGOs can reach much deeper, including to those coastal communities that were first impacted by the typhoon. So while the medical team is located in Tacloban, we're working right across the affected area in delivering our assistance.
Mr. Pike, initially, most foreign teams and even the national government have had difficulties with the response because of the trouble with communication, and the airports and most of the roads have been closed. Are you still having these problems now, or are your operations easier? Have the roads been cleared? Has the airport been functioning well?
Yes, thank you for that question. Look, things are still hard, but they are getting easier. As I said, we are delivering assistance on the ground through our partners, the United Nations, and through the Philippines Red Cross. The airport in Tacloban is functional for military aircraft, and Australia currently has a C-17 operating, which is flying daily in and out of Tacloban to Cebu. So while things are still improving, the needs are still very great.
Have your people reported to you, Mr. Pike, regarding how many people they were able to help in your hospital, and how many people are still in need of help, and if there are other things that they need that we can provide here from Manila?
Yes, we are working in close cooperation with all our partners. Our hospital can, as I said, treat 100 to 200 patients daily, and we also have brought with us medications to treat up to an initial 3,500 persons, and this is consistent with the standards of the World Health Organization. So our hospital has arrived yesterday in Tacloban, and it's mobilized and it's set up and it's now underway with that operation. And we work with all our partners in them knowing what we're doing and us knowing what they're doing to make sure all our assistance is complementary.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Layton Pike, and thank you to your government for all the assistance that they're giving to the Philippines. Good afternoon.
It's our pleasure. Thank you very much.